What's going on, everybody? It's 2018 Fireballs back here with another video, and today I'll be showing off my main account, my Boston team. As you can see right here, full set deck, Diamond S, Boston S, and I'll be getting into my mentor level, my rank training level, skills, and training on all my players, just for you guys to see what I'm working with. So yeah, let's start off with batters in my lineup. So leading off, I have a 2019 Christian Vasquez. Not the best train, but if I pull his SIG, I plan on replacing him. So I can definitely work on him a little later. Right now, I got him back in the free agent market a while ago, and these are the skills he came with. So all the gold skills are can be maximized. So with batting machine barrel it up, I'd probably get a different train. That's what my Christian Vasquez looks like. Then I have a 2019 Black Diamond SIG, Rafael Devers. Almost at max special training. There's his training right there. Also pretty good. I might retrain to get a little more power and more to the left side, but for now it'll work. And those are the skills he came with. Or actually, I changed his skills to batting machine spotlight. It took just one skill change, thankfully. And right now, I'm planning on working on these three skills. These all came like this: triple, three, batter, insight, prediction, barrel it up. Once I get him all skilled up, I plan on replacing those and using upgrade tickets or skill upgrade tickets for those. But yeah, that's my Rafael Devers. While I'm batting third, I have my Trot Nixon normal card. This card I also got from the free agent market. Pretty good train. Power maybe a little low, not one of the top for special training, but that's okay. Similar to the other trains. These are the skills that I changed him to, and depending on, again, if I get his SIG in the future, I plan on purchasing the Team Select Signature Pack. I may or may not retrain him and get a better train on him. Batting fourth, I have the Signature Brock Holt. I got this card back in May of this year, or April. There's the train, a little bit low on the eye, but he already has high speed and high fielding. His eye is pretty low, but he makes up with the skills that he has. I have barrel it up and batting machine, so he's able to get the bonus with the speed and the contact. And then I have prediction as a third skill, which is very nice. Alright, next I have my 2016 Mookie Betts. I got this card a while back. There's the train on him. All special training to the left side. A little bit low on the eye, but then again, he's doing just fine with Charisma and Spotlight at level 7, full special training. And if I have enough Black Diamond material, I'll definitely Black Diamond him in the future. Moving on, I have Jackie Bradley Jr. 2018. Not his best signature year, but this was my first signature card I ever pulled back last year in February from a 3 gold SIG combo. I was so hyped when that happened, but I'm definitely keeping this train. Don't plan on retraining him now. 15 to contact, 16 power, 13 eye, that's good enough for him. And Slugger Instinct Charisma I got from a premium skill change ticket. And I wish that Lefty Crusher would have been a gold as well, because all of them were level 3, but nonetheless, still got Charisma Slugger Instinct, so I'm happy with that. And then batting 7th, I have Rico Petrocelli. I pulled this card out of a Team Select Diamond pack. Again, I got really lucky. There's a train on him, definitely keeping this train, with the second special train going to I. Speed and field isn't too high, and he also has Slugger Instinct and Charisma. Then here's my one non-team card, signature JT Realmuto 2018. I also got this from a signature pack as a diamond, and there's a train on him. Now, I don't really plan on retraining this card, even though the train is very, very balanced, which you really don't want if this were a team card that I want to invest in. But since he's not a team card, and all the special training already goes to the left side, I plan on keeping him this way until I eventually pull enough Boston signatures to where he can be replaced, or I get a better card than him. But this is a very good catcher card, 68 base. Like I said, all special training to the left side, and I also got these skills after a lot of skill changes. Charisma and Prediction level 7. Now, batting last in my lineup, I have a 2017 Dustin Pedroia, who's no longer available in the game. I got his training from a redistribution ticket on the left side, so really happy with that. Might retrain him, but then again, might get a second base Sig. I don't think the Red Sox in this game have any good second baseman besides Dom DiMaggio, if I'm not mistaken, or Bobby Doerr. That would replace him. If I get Bobby Doerr as a diamond, he would definitely replace Pedroia with as low as power as he has. But I got Batting Machine Charisma on him, level 7, max special training, so very good cut for me. And then moving on to my bench, I have the Sander Bogarts 2016. Good training on him. I didn't have to retrain him at all, but since Petrocelli is in the lineup, I have really no use for him in the lineup, with my DH being a signature Devers as well, so he sits on the bench for now. I believe this is his third or second best year, and I hope to get his Sig in the future so I can put him in the lineup somewhere. That's why I don't plan on really reskilling him. Comes with Legend, Endurance, Professional, so just a bench bat for now. And I have Mitch Moreland, who was my first baseman for quite a while. I got a decent train on him, didn't really want to develop him because I knew it would get somebody better. But there's the train on him, 15 to contact and power. And then the last goes to fielding for special training. Had barreled up prediction, maxed out. Not the greatest skills, so that's why I've been sitting on the bench right now. Then I have this Sandy León 2016. Pretty much the second best catcher for the Boston Red Sox besides Vasquez. Really the only backup catcher that's usable for the Red Sox in this game. But I got his training from a redistribution ticket, thankfully, just like I did for my other card, and almost a perfect grade increase. And I was lucky enough to get Spotlight Charisma, so I used him for a while until I replaced him with Real Muto. And I don't plan on special training this card just because he's on the bench. If I do, it'll be eventually after I special train all my other top priority cards. Then I have this Travis Shaw 16. I've had this card for a while now. Never really wanted to develop him because I knew there were better third basemen like Devers in the game, and I'm so glad I pulled that Devers Sig just a month or two ago, so I could replace him. Now he's sitting on the bench. 68 base, very good base power, eye, and contact. And batting machine prediction worked out pretty well for me, but he was clearly an underperformer on my ranked team, so that's why he sits on the bench right now. And then last but not least in the lineup for my batters is Eduardo Nunez. He's also not available in the game anymore. His 17-year is a better card if you look at the distribution of the contact, eye, and power on the left side, but this card is his highest overall card with the Red Sox. So I got a decent train on him. All special training would go to the left side if I did special train, but as a second baseman or third baseman, replacing Pedroia or Devers is very unlikely, and with those skills, Master Base Leaf Laser Beam, he makes a perfect pinch runner if I ever need him in the league, or if they ever implement pinch runners into PvP. Now moving on to my starting rotation, I have David Price 2016 signature. I used my signature change ticket on this card. Very nice card. I have a dominant pitcher training on him, 15 to velocity and fastball. He doesn't get the bonus, unfortunately. He is 1 point short of the bonus for dominant pitcher. There you can see I have dominant pitcher and finesse pitcher. So I plan on making him Black Diamond as soon as possible, because once he gets the special training, he will get that dominant pitcher bonus. He does very well for me in ranked. I originally had these skills on him, Boss Pitching Machine, that worked for me well for a while until I changed his skill storage to this, and this is way better, definitely. Next, I have a 2018 Eduardo Rodriguez. I've had this card for almost a year now. Again, I have a dominant pitcher train on this card, 16 to fastball and velocity. A little high on the stamina, but the last special training goes to location, thankfully. This card does make the cut for the dominant pitcher effect, and I have last boss and dominant pitcher both at level 7. This card works very well for me as well. My second best pitcher in ranked battles. Next, I have a Drew Pomeranz 2017. This was my second ever SIG that I pulled. I have a excuse me. I have a standard train to the left side, velocity and location, with the last special training going to break. I've had this train ever since I grade increased him, so it's worked perfectly for me. He has these 3 skills. I rolled almost 3-3-3, but unfortunately not with the Iron Will. But cleaning up your mess untouchable works pretty well for me. I do want to change his skills eventually, so I expanded his storage, but Ace and Mess won't outperform Mess untouchable. And hopefully he can get a better combination of gold skills. These do work really well, but I do notice he gets shelled a lot with home runs in ranked, so I need to change him eventually, but for now we can wait. Next, I have a Rick Porcello 2018 signature card. I got this card back in January, in the beginning of the year. Just last week, I got his dominant pitcher train finished, and you can see he has untouchable and dominant pitcher. They work very well for me. He still has a bit of trouble, so I'm probably going to skill change him in the future. Untouchable dominant pitcher is really good, but not good enough to get into the higher levels of ranked. But he does get the bonus. A little high on stamina, but he's a working project in the future. Last but not least, for the rotation, I have Lester 2009. With this card, I've had for the longest time, probably my oldest card on the team. I have not retrained him, reskilled him in a very long time, just because I am waiting to get another signature card, and I don't farm as often as other people do in league mode to get enough cards to special train, so I'm keeping him at level 6 special training just because I don't want to waste anything on him while I have other cards to work on. My Devers still needs to be maxed out in special training, so I'm trying to focus on him. But with this Lester, I hope to eventually replace him. He does very well for me. Definitely my worst performing pitcher in rank, though, with that high stamina and incomplete special training. And with only Mess pitching machine winning streak, it's sustainable, but it only works up until a certain point in ranked. But overall, a good card for me. Just hopefully I can replace him later on. Moving into the bullpen, I have Junichi Suzawa. This card I have had for pretty much the entirety of this game, ever since I started. He was my first grade increase candidate. I kind of regret not skill changing him, but signature changing him instead of David Price because he's no longer available in the game. I was able to roll last boss cleaning up your mess, and the train I got on him was changed a while ago, but a standard velocity location train with 2 going to fastball. A little high in the stamina again, but he works very well as a setup man for me. And to my second setup man relief pitcher spot, I have Josh Taylor 2019. A very, very good endgame Red Sox relief pitcher. One of the few from 2019 that actually performed well. But there's his train, velocity, and fastball, and then 12 to break, low stamina, which I really like. And then I just rolled these skills on him about a month ago, boss and setup man, so I'm definitely keeping that for the position that he's in my bullpen right now. Once I finish special training my Rafael Devers, I do plan on getting him maxed out on special training. He performs very well even at level 6 with boss and setup man, so looking forward to getting him finished once I can. My middle relievers, Andrew Miller. I got this card a little while back, not exactly sure when, but I have a finesse pitcher train on him, 18 to location, 14 to break, then 13 to fastball, which is very nice. I stopped special training him because I wanted to focus on my Black Diamond endeavors. And there you can see he came with stability, finesse pitcher, and firefighter. Three very decent middle relief skills that will help stop the damage if I'm losing. So a very good card. Not the best base stats, but 68 velocity, 65 location, 67 fastball, and 68 break are very average. So he may be a person that I change out in the future if I do pull a better relief pitchers such as Craig Kimbrell or Byung-Hyun Kim or Derek Lowe. Now my second middle relief spot goes to Heath Hembry. I've had this card for quite a while now. I also have a dominant pitcher train, but I didn't want to really waste more coins. At the time when I trained him, I didn't have a lot of resources, so this is the best I could do. He does not have a dominant pitcher skill. He does have Boss, Mess, and Pitching Machine, which work very well in the middle relief role, stopping runs from scoring later in the game. I did originally have just Boss and Mess with Pickoff King, and once I changed his skills, I ended up rolling Boss, Mess again. Kind of lucky, but unlucky at the same time. It's a small improvement with Pitching Machine, but as of now, he's just good enough for a middle relief spot, and I hope to switch him out in the future, hopefully. Last but not least, in the main reliever roles, I have Ryan Brazier, 2018. Another very decent Boston reliever. I was able to use my AMP tickets to get 23 velocity, which is insane. I also was able to get the special train to go to location second and then fastball last. So I believe if I ever did special train him, he would still be able to get the dominant pitcher bonus. But right now I'm running with the skills Untouchable and Last Boss. I don't plan on special training him since he's the last relief pitcher in my rotation. This card is probably the most liable to get replaced by a new card if I ever get a signature or a better relief pitcher. But overall, very solid card. Even though he doesn't come in the game very often, I might try him in other spots of the rotation, but for now, I'll leave him where he is. And then, finally, last but not least, I have my Matt Barnes 2019. I was able to get this SIG in last year in October. A very good card for me. Again, high fastball, high velocity, but again, with this card, no dominant pitcher skill. Instead, these are the skills he came with Streak and Untouchable. I really want to change them though, because I noticed that later, as I rank up to Gold 2 or Gold 1, he does get pummeled in the 9th inning with home runs. So, changing his skills right now, no luck so far, but he works as a very effective closer with Winning Streak and Untouchable. His velocity gets up to, I believe, 154 with the winning streak, so I definitely want to see different skills on him to boost the velocity that he has and the location. But overall, a very good card that I've used for quite a while now. Moving on to my reserves, I'll only show a couple cards that I have, but for my pitchers, I really don't have anybody, save a couple vintages and live cards. In my batters lineup, I have this 2021 Kevin Plawecki, doing very good now. Very mixed train. His overall went up the last update, and he came with these skills. I actually got him from the auction for 9,000 stars, or I believe it was 9,000 stars. Kind of a waste of stars in my opinion now. Kind of regret looking back on that. But I hope he picks it up a bit. He raised his average to 313. So hopefully he can keep it up, and maybe I'll put him in the bench at least. Then I have a 2019 JD Martinez. This card, not really trained well. He's not on my lineup anywhere, so I don't really care for him now. It's not his best year, but he has good distribution, no skills at all. But he's a work in progress. If I don't pull his signature soon, I may end up replacing someone on the bench with him, but right now he's nowhere near being a candidate for the starting lineup. I also have the Shohei Ohtani 2021. His power dipped massively in the last two updates. I believe at the beginning of July, his power is up to 102. They've dropped it all the way down to 85. Still has the Player of the Month bonus and Charisma Prediction. I hope he continues to do good, and he might eventually replace my JT Realmuto if he continues to stay hot. And then last card I'm going to show in the lineup is this Kevin Youkilis 2008. I was lucky enough to pull this from a Team Select pack about 2 months ago. I was able to get a very good train on him. Special training mainly to power, then to contact with low speed and fielding. I hope to pull a grade increase from either Pick'em or the off-season event, so I can grade increase him because he would either replace my Trot Nixon as a DH or even JT Realmuto for that matter of fact. But yeah, a very good card, the best third baseman or first baseman for the Red Sox as of now, so I'm glad they Com2 added this to the game. The Red Sox really needed some help at third base and first base, so this card really meets that need. Alright, moving on into my different training. So for Mentor, currently I'm at level 16, working on level 17. I have cards that do meet the requirements for the 2 first Mentor requirements with Pitching Machine and Control Artist and Training Junkie and Endurance, but I have those cards locked right now. So far I made good progress, but I can see it's getting very difficult to try to find people with a lot of break. Pitchers rarely ever have a lot of break on their base stats, so the distribution is really hard to find. So depending on which cards I get first and who I train or replace first in my lineup, I may go with this Mentor instead of the Pitching Mentor, but I'm hoping to get to level 18, 19, and 20 soon. Then as for rank training, I am currently at level 60, so I just finished maxing out my fielder throwing drills. All I'd have to finish now is my catcher training, strategy execution, and base stealing. The very 3 least important ones, but definitely important to complete level 80 training to get the most out of all your cards when you do play ranked. But yeah, that's where my team stands as of now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys